What's going on, you guys? Sorry, I'm texting real quick, but I'll be done here in one moment, and we will get started. So everybody knows Axie is pretty much down and out. We can try it, but I don't think it's going to work. I've been trying it for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, something like that. I think like 4 days now. It has not worked. You see, stuff still seems to be moving on the market, but the total volume for 24 hours has literally dropped from 40 million to 25 million. But I believe that is because the servers are just trash right now. And they have been trash for a little while. We can check, see what bottom prices are. Like, these have been popping up, but I think they're glitched out. But eggs now at 0.17. Adults at 0.18. This is the crash everybody was looking for. But I don't think it's down and out by any means. I think when it recovers, it's going to recover strong, and it's going to bounce back. And I think at that point, we're going to see a bottom of, I don't know, I think right around 0.2. Yeah, I think we'll see a bottom right around 0.2. I could be wrong. I could be off by a little bit, but right now, there's nothing special about any of these, you know? So if we lower the breed count to 0, fade. It's going fantastic. Thanks for being in here. I appreciate it. Just going over the marketplace a little bit. The servers are just pretty much garbage still. It's a cool looking Axie. A lot of like 1 and 2. I guess this is a 4 Pyrenees, but a lot of the 1 and 2s look kind of cool. But yeah, I'm not having very much luck with selling anything since yesterday. I don't want to lower my prices though, because it just seems like nobody's really buying right now. It doesn't seem like anybody's really posting a whole lot of stuff, unless it's like very like 1 Pyrenees, 2 Pyrenees type breeds, you know? Yeah, it's crazy. It's taking them so long to get fixed, you know? That's crazy. But it's, you can tell it's the servers and look, see when I refresh, these are mine right here. And if we look at the oh, nice, Travis bag. Good looking. You know what we're gonna do real quick? I accidentally just opened up. I'm gonna have to shut that. Hold on one sec, you guys. Let's have it load. There it goes. It is a pretty fantastic name. Wait, Travis, do you know how to moderate? I had a bunch of people come in yesterday that were kind of clowns and kind of annoying. If you know how to moderate, I'll make you a moderator. Loopy, what's going on? Thanks for being in here. So you guys, I was talking about the marketplace. Let me get back into it. The marketplace, the bottom dollar Axies are dropping quite incredibly. Yeah, pretty much it. So I'm gonna promote you real quick. There we go. So back to it, like I was saying, the bottom dollar Axie, we can see are bottoming out, are not bottoming out, but are falling. These are zero breed count all the way down to 0.22, and then if we go to any breed count, they're all the way down to 0.19. Oh no, I'm on page 4. Ignore these two, but they're all the way down. Oh yeah, that's real nice. They're all the way down to 0.18, and just yesterday the bottom dollar was like 0.25. Alright, so they've dropped quite significantly. And we'll see zero breed count, 0.21. I always ignore the first couple because most of the time they're glitched out. But 0.21, this is significantly cheaper than yesterday. Or I think yesterday a high breed count was at 0.21 and zero breed count was at 0.26 or 0.25, right? Yeah, I'm always on this marketplace. I'm on it all day. Yeah, I don't care, working or not. And so, because I'm studying it all the time, you know what I mean? Because I want to learn the ways, because the way I look at it is this is just like any other stock, It's going to have its ups and it's going to have its downs. And if you can figure it out well enough to ride its ups really well and still be able to ride while it goes down at the same time, then you're winning no matter what. You're winning on a bull market, you're winning on a bear market. Like, you figured it out, So this is what I'm doing. And this is why I believe I'm still going to win as we see it kind of transition into a bearish market. Either that or we're going to see this is what we could possibly see happen as well. The network's down. Soon as they get the servers figured out and they get the servers back up and running, we could potentially see such a huge influx of people jumping back on it because it's finally like people are finally playing. But the only thing I see wrong with that theory is that because that could cause it, obviously cause the bottom to fly back up to 0.25 or 0.23. But the one thing that I see that might prevent that is all the new players already bought Axies, or a lot of the new players already bought Axies, and they're just waiting for the servers to be back up to even play. Who says they're gonna buy more Axie, And so it could go one of either way, but I feel like what's gonna happen is we're gonna have a huge influx after the servers get fixed, and then it's gonna come back down a little bit, and I feel like it's gonna level out right about 0.2. I feel like right around 0.2 is going to be your cheapest Axie at when it's all said and done. I could be wrong, but that's how I'm kind of feeling. And the reason I don't feel like I'm in any kind of threat, I haven't sold any from yesterday. The only one I lowered the price with was this one a little bit because I can bring it up here in a second why I lowered the price. But these I did not. Okay, I did not lower the price for these 4 at all because I do feel they will sell. When the network and the servers open back up, I feel they will sell in a heartbeat because I just feel like a lot of people aren't buying right now. They're just not playing in total. They're not on the marketplace. They're not on the game because the servers aren't working. So they're just like, screw it. I'm just not going to play it for a couple of days. Once they get it figured out, they're going to jump back on. And that's when they're going to be breeding again. They're going to be buying and selling again. Like, a lot of these people aren't doing. A lot of people that make moves like I make aren't making them right now because the servers are down. A lot of people that make moves breeding aren't breeding right now because the servers are down. And so it's going to come back. So if we look, these are my two right here. We can refresh the page. This is where they've been sitting all night. And I've seen it oh, look, one sold. The 0.47 sold, so they're one step closer. Look, one step closer to being the cheapest. And they're the only two Dons with these. That's crazy because some of the more expensive ones sold too. Some of the more expensive ones sold too. That means some people are on here still making moves happen. I almost need to raise the price on these. But YB can attest to yesterday we made some power moves in buying these. Solid 0 breed count, 6 pureness, with what, 245 away from being 100%. Solid moves, and we got it for 0.29. We're in there. We are in there. And then our little white guy here, little white birdie, cat. He's more like a bird. Looks more like a bird. 0.3133. We got them both. And I know they'll sell at 0.69. Look at this. Look at this. They're 5 away from being the cheapest, and they're the only Dons of this kind, of these stats. And these are 4 really good skills to have. And so 100% they're going to sell. They could potentially even sell, and you could potentially even see them go up for 0.8, 0.9. I could see them selling for 0.8 for sure. For sure I could see them selling for 0.8. I almost want to raise this one 0.75 just to see, just to test it out. I'm gonna do it just because. I'm just waiting anyway. It's not like we're doing anything. We're just waiting for the market to pick back up, right? So, see? Oh, there it goes. Is it gonna work? See, stuff's going. Just cancel, cancel. The market's acting so weird. Everything on the marketplace is just acting weird. It goes slow at times. It doesn't want to load. It'll say Axie not found in the top left corner at times. It's all still kind of messed up right now. But getting back to it, I'm gonna raise this in a second. We seen why. Yeah, I'm gonna raise one and leave the other, so I could ape into Voxies. You're the one that told me about Voxies. Nice. Good. Good shit. And so that's good. That's really good, YB. I like hearing it. So let's get back to this. We seen just now why I'm not changing the price. If anything, yeah, I think I'm gonna raise the price of this one just a little bit, just see it happen. But you see why I'm not worried about this at all, right? You guys see that. So let's get to my dusk little creatures right here, 0.57 and 0.48. They're over here. All right, so let's reload this. We see the marketplace right here, right? We're on dusk, 0 breed count, 6 pureness. All right, you guys, look, it's the lowest of the low, literally 0.48. I bought it for 0.31. Okay, so 0.31. When this is done and sold with the tax and everything, it's gonna be what, like 0.45, let's say. That's still a 0.14 profit. And yeah, I know Ethereum's kind of lagging right now and is down a little bit, but we all know it's going to be back up 2,500. But let's just say $2,000, 0.14. That's almost $300 right there. It's almost $300 on that one sale. And so yeah, I've had it now for 2 days, but the market has been all funky for 4 days. So I'm not surprised it hasn't sold. It's literally the cheapest of all of them. Yesterday the market was acting so funny that whenever I would put Aqua and Dusk on together, some Dusk would appear that wasn't there when I didn't have Aqua selected. It was really weird. So it was acting really funny. But you see, it's the cheapest of the cheap. So it's going to sell. My 0.57 right here. The only 0.57 there is. If you see the recessive trait and the recessive trait 1 and 2, there's only 3 that's not green. So that means this one is so pure that it is 3 recessive traits away from being 100% pure. Breeders, look for that, okay? If you look at all the rest, you don't see 2, 4, 5. That'll probably be the best one. What is that? 2, 4, 5. There's another 5. 2, 4 at 5, 2. You're seeing this. And so mine is the cheapest with a 3, with just missing 3. Like, you won't find another one. The next closest is 2, and it's at 0.65. So for me, and the reason that one's a little bit higher, or the reason that one couldn't be listed a little bit higher, it very well could be listed at 0.75 and sell, but it's this skill right here, strawberry shortcake. A lot of people don't necessarily like this skill because it costs 2 energy, and it heals a lot, but it costs 2 energy, does no damage, does no shield. So it's essentially, I don't know, it's not the best skill, you know. And so maybe somebody can unlock its powers at some point. But so you guys see this, you guys see why I'm not worried about the Axie I have. We can pull up the undercover beast I got here. Looks like a red is a sign of a bug, and I got a beast that's red. Very, very uncommon. So let me do this so that way I can easily just type it. We got Ronin, we got Goda, we got Dule. Oh, you know what, you guys? I can actually change this. Look. Video capture device. Oh. Boom. Look at that. We'll just do that, and boom. There we are. That's better. Now you guys can see everything. So what I did is I pulled up the Axie marketplace on another page here, and I'm typing in the skills that we see our little undercover beast here has. And when we scroll back up, we see 0 breed count. So let's put it at 0 breed count. We see that it is a 6 pureness, so let's throw it up to 6 pureness. And we already have all the skills set upon, so let's scroll over and we see that mine is literally second from the lowest. It's tied with the lowest. And so I'm not worried about this selling. As you see, there's not very many of them available, and the ones higher, I could honestly get away with probably listing mine a little bit higher, around 0.88, 0.85 maybe, and it would sell. It would definitely sell. Like I said, it's the only bug of this kind. You won't find another one. I've never seen another one. So when you find Axie like this, you know, maybe I should raise it a little bit, 2.85, because earlier there was a couple of cheaper ones in here, but those are gone. So now with it being like this, it might behoove me to raise it a little bit, but excuse me, honestly, I'm not too worried because I got this at 0.44. So even at 0.83 with tax and everything, let's say it comes out to 0.79 or even 0.78, and what is that, 0.34 profits? So that's what, $700 profits off this one? So I'm not too mad if I lose out on 0.02. Alright, I'm still making $700 profits on this one. The only thing we are waiting for like I said, you guys, the only thing we're waiting for is the servers to get fixed, and you're gonna see the market pick way back up. We're gonna see all my Axie sell. I'm not worried about it at all. I started 2 weeks ago Tuesday, so this coming Tuesday will be 3 weeks. I started with 0.1 Ethereum and 3 Axie, and I now have 0.1 Ethereum essentially. It's 0.0999, 0.1 let's say, and 8 Axie now. So 3 Axie, 0.1 to 8 Axie. All right with it. I'm doing well. And so when these sell, we can do the math of this real quick, you guys. You just seen why I listed that one for. Let's say it sells for, let's say it does sell for that. That's 0.7. This is like 0.65. What is that? 0.1 or 1.35. Got caught up there a little bit. 1.35. Let's say this is 0.45 for easier math purposes. With the tax, it might be around 0.45. So what was I at? 0.135. 0.45 is 1.8. With this one, even if we do 0.5, we're at 2.3. And when this one sells at what was that, 2.3? Let's just say this one taxed me all the way 0.75. We're looking at 3.05 Ethereum, and we still have my 3 main ones. And we can look these up right now, but I'm telling you, this one's worth at least around 0.48. So let's say 0.5. This one's around about 0.5, and this one's around about 0.5. So now I'm sitting at 3 Ethereum plus 1.5 in assets. So I'm really sitting at about 4.5 Ethereum. And when I started this game 2 months ago, I started with 0.3 Ethereum. So in 2 months, I've gone from 0.3 Ethereum to liquidated assets 4.5 Ethereum. Might have some liquidations for those who purchased their Axies on loan and they can't make money to pay back their loan. Wait, what do you mean? You might have some? YB might have some liquidations for those who purchased. Is that what you're saying? I might have it wrong. I might be a little confused by what that statement is saying. But yeah, you guys. So that's the power of blockchain gaming. That's the power of play to earn gaming, which is blockchain gaming. I'm literally playing this game a couple hours a day. I'm on the marketplace. Between on the marketplace and actually playing the game, I would say 3. Oh dang, Corey Underwood coming in clutch with all the sub gifts. Dang. Can I like do something to congratulate that? That's fantastic. I don't know how to do what to do to congratulate that. I'm gonna make him a VIP. I know that's something I can do. I think he deserves that. Boom, done. Everybody, round of applause for Corey Underwood coming in with all the gifted subs. We appreciate it in here. What do you mean rude? So let's get back to it. We could see some cheap Axies as people try to pay back loans. Oh, for sure, for sure. Since they could not play the game and they have to repay a loan, that could depress the market in the short term. You're 100% right. Once that supply is gobbled up, it's all about the money. That's why you see the Axie I have are special Axie. I no longer deal with the bottom dollar Axie. If I find one and it's bottom dollar, like I'll buy it to sell it that fast, get rid of it that fast. I'm not trying to hold it. I'm looking for these Axie. These are unique Axie. That's why I deal with the dawn and the dusk Axie a lot, because and the water, the aquas, because these Axie are special. You know, they're not the bottom dollar ones. So once you're right, once those bottom dollar ones are all gobbled up, it's back to the business. But if you are trading the more luxurious Axie already, then business has essentially never stopped. It's just slowed down a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's something to take in consideration as well. We can set up sub alerts. Yeah, I need to set that up. Yeah, I'll make you a mod for sure. You should be. I don't know. You're just never on. You're always at work. That's why you're not. But you are now. Corey's definitely number one now. So yeah, you guys, that's Axie in a nutshell. The market or the whatchamacallit, network and servers are really messed up right now. So we're not seeing anything really move right now, which isn't an issue. It is what it is. So at this time, you know, we can jump over and let's look at some other games that are in the market for possibly up and coming, being on Axie's level. You know, because let me put this in perspective for you guys about where you would be if you would have got into Axie when it began in 2017. In 2017, when Axie began, you got these right here. You could buy these chests, okay? You guys see these? You could purchase these in 2017, this being the cheapest one, and this purple one being the most expensive. This purple one back then was worth 1 Ethereum. That is all they charged for that. Sounds like a lot, but back in 2017, 1 Ethereum was literally $200 or less at that time. So they right around $200. If it was less, it wasn't much less. So they got this for $200. I'm telling you guys, let's go to the marketplace and let's go. They got land in those boxes is what they bought. The cheapest ones you've seen, the orange ones, they got Savannah right now, and they paid like 0.2 Ethereum back then for the cheapest ones. Something significantly smaller than 1 Ethereum, because they're the cheapest. And the cheapest one is 2.6, 3.6, 4. And these are selling, you guys. Don't think these aren't selling. These are selling. 100%. These are selling. Okay? So let's go to the most expensive. I want y'all to guess what you think the most expensive will be. I know you don't have to type it or anything, but just in your head, think about what the most expensive would be. And we'll see here in about a second. It blows my mind every time I look at this. But I seen 5 of these sell in the beginning of July. So the first week of July, 5 of these lands sold. And yep, look at that. 5 of them sold for 300 Ethereum in the beginning of July. The cheapest one now is 350. There's literally only 6 available. This one will probably sell. This one might sell. These, it's hard telling, but who knows? Who knows? When there's only 6 available, there's this game called let's go Gala Games real quick. Okay, so there's this game right here. Oh, that's not Townstar. Not Townstar. Let's get out of Townstar. Nobody cares about Townstar anymore. Oh, what? Look at this. They got a new one. We're gonna have to look at this. This is new. Alright, we'll come back to this. This is new. Haven't seen this yet. But Mirandis. Dang, good for them. Coming out with a new game like that. Mirandis. Yes. We look at Mirandis. And we go to the store. Look, sold out. Sold out. I want you guys to look at this, alright? Sold out. 4 out of 5 left. So these are selling pretty slow. But look at this. Citadel of the Sun, Citadel of the Moon, sold for 1,680 Ethereum. 3 of them sold for freaking almost 1,700 Ethereum. These are more expensive, unsure why. Maybe because they bought these at a cheaper time or earlier time. They could have potentially got these for less. As time goes on, it seems prices do go up with these sales. But this game isn't even out yet, you guys. This game doesn't come out till next year. It's not even out till next year. Look at all the stuff they sold for it. And so most of it's sold out. People are that hyped about this game. Okay? So it's sold out in hours. In hours, all this sold out. So mostly that's intense. That's intense is what that is. And so that's where you guys see the potential in these games. And so what land will do for you if you own the land, this is what Axie land looks like. This is the map. So you see the blue ones, the Genesis, they're going to be closest to the middle. And so how this will work is PvE battle. You bring your Axie, you own these little square plots. Let's see if I can zoom it in. You own these plots that are little squares all over, and you battle on them, and the bosses drop items, and you try to take these items back to your base. So the further away from the middle you are, the less items you're going to be able to save whenever you do a boss fight, because all the bosses, as I understand, are in the middle. And so it's going to be a lot different gameplay than what we already know Axie to be, and it will cause the people who own the land in the middle will also get a residual income from other Axie players battling the bosses on their land. Also, when an item drops from when you beat them and you come back, an item drops, I believe another Axie player is able to pick up that item if it's on their land. So there's a lot of different ways that these middle lands will make a residual income for their owners. And with as big as the game is, I'm quite sure they'll make back that 300 Ethereum they spent on this property. I'm quite sure of it. The funny thing is, I was seeing Mystics sell 2 weeks ago for 10 grand. 2.5 weeks ago, 10 grand. And so that's crazy. Alright, so, and also the items you'll be able to sell. As you see here, items. They're not some of them aren't worth a lot, but they are worth some. So getting back, let's switch it up a little bit. Axie is kind of dead right now. The servers are down. Can't make any money in the market, so we're gonna let everything just sit and rest, and we're gonna bounce around to a new discovery we just found real quick. Let's take a look at this. 0.105. Alright, 7 Ethereum until price doubles. Look at this, 1 day, 20 hours until price doubles. We might have to get in on an epic. It's only 0.262. Might have to get in on an epic. I don't even know what the game's about, but if it's on Gala, I'm sure it's gonna be pretty good. Let's look for a video. So, dang, all of these are sold out. 1 of 1. This is selling for 78. I mean, not a ton of these are selling, so I feel like they maybe haven't marketed this well enough. But let's see if we can find. I just honestly I typed. That's a great question, Ramir. He asked where do I find these blockchain NFT games, and honestly I just search. Is it very greedy? It seems kind of greedy. It really does seem kind of greedy. But how I find them is I knew about Gala Games already, so that's why I typed it in because of Mirandis. But honestly, sometimes viewers of my stream will tell me about them, and I really appreciate that because that's always fantastic. But I also see if I have it in here. I don't. Like my DeFi pet was told to me by a viewer, and so my DeFi pet is kind of like Axie, but on the Binance Smart Chain, the DeFi tokens are much cheaper than Axie tokens are. So that's a cool one. But what I'll do is type in, you can type in play to earn games. You can type in blockchain games will work too. But this list seems to give a decent list. I wouldn't say they're like the best list, but I would say it gives you a nice little decent list of where you can start to look at different games. Like I haven't looked at Boss Hunter yet, Crypto Raider, like Blood Rune. Most of these I haven't looked at. Kingdom Carnage I believe I have. But if you see, most of these are trading card games, okay? Or like maybe not trading card games, but kind of like Axie, how each one has a different skill, and so each skill is a card essentially, and so that's where a lot of these games are kind of like that. Gods Unchained, Collect and Battle, trading card game. Lost Relics came out with a beta, and if you didn't get in it, then you didn't get in it. And I've been waiting for an email from them, so for like at least a month, and I haven't gotten one, so I don't know what's going on with Lost Relics. Bitcoin Bounce, I haven't done that one. You earn Bitcoin playing this game. I had played one when I first got into looking, and I lost it, but I earned Vertcoin. I was able to earn Vertcoin. That was kind of cool. You got in? Lost Relics, you got in? I might need to try again. But I thought they were just doing like a beta. And then they closed it down. But oh look, my DeFi pet's up here now. War Riders I've played. You don't play? Is it any good at all? I was playing the Six Dragons. I don't know if you've heard about that one. See, I even got Lost Relics down here, if you guys can see. I used to have the Six Dragons down here. It doesn't look like I got down here anymore. But that one was kind of neat. It just isn't there yet, you know. I'm gonna have to try. And so YB earlier was talking about Voxies. Voxies is an NFT battling game. Toshimon, Corey Underwood actually got into Toshimon, and so Corey can explain how it went if he wants, but he thinks it might be a scam of sorts. My DeFi pet's getting a lot of hype. Yeah, they just released the breeding with my DeFi pet, so we can check that out real quick. All these games are really simple to play too, you guys, and so to make the and you gotta take into consider. You also gotta think about this, not take it serious. You also gotta think about this. Nice. That these games are all in the beginning stages. Blockchain and blockchain technology for games is in its beginning stages. Just dead. Not a scam, just dead. And so you're going to see a lot of these games / NFT games come out that are just not worth it. They might be worth it in the very beginning. They might catch some hype. But after that hype is gone, they're dead. Dead in the water. And in another 5-10 years, that's when you'll start seeing games come out that are, you know, really fun to play. Like, I don't know if you're into, I don't know. I guess I want to say Fortnite, but not really Fortnite. I'm thinking like Skyrim or Grand Theft Auto, or even the virtual reality. I was displaying that yesterday, how I see virtual reality and blockchain gaming combining. And so one day we'll be able to enter into a virtual world, a virtual reality world, where you can literally go and work a job in this virtual reality world and get paid in crypto, literally get paid in digital currency, cryptocurrency, for working a job in a virtual world. And we were talking about that yesterday. I think I'll pull that video back up here in a second. I love showing it, and so let me pull it up here in a minute. But games like Diablo, exactly, etc. Mirandus, I definitely want to get into Mirandus. I definitely do. I hope it's as good as everyone says it's going to be, because supposedly everything on the game is going to be an NFT, or pretty much everything on the game is going to be an NFT. So that will be really exciting. My DeFi pet, they just unlocked breeding, but I don't have any coins to breed. But all these are little creatures that you collect, you feed, you breed, you plant plants, and the plants grow. And then you collect food to feed them, level them up. You'll be able to stake them later. I don't know how that will work, but my DeFi pet, this is early, you guys. This is early. And so who knows where it'll be in a couple years. Right now, you're not going to make a whole lot of money playing this game. When Axie first started, I'm sure you couldn't make a whole lot of money playing that game. But now Axie is so big, and there's so... I want to tell you guys, if you didn't know this, this is how big Axie is. There are literally thousands of people in the Philippines, in Jamaica, and all over the world playing this game and making enough money to feed their family. So not only are they surviving themselves, but they're feeding their family. Some people earning up to 6 times minimum wage from just playing Axie. Earning small love potions, breeding the Axie together, selling them. They're literally earning 6 times minimum wage, okay? 6 times, just by playing a game. And I was doing the math the other day. If you become a scholar or a manager and you produce scholarships, which, about 100 people a day join, I'm sure, everybody's Axie stream and asks about scholarships, you can start building a residual with this game. So now you're a manager of, let's say, 10 scholars, and let's say your split is 70-30, okay? So 70% the player gets, you get 30%, but you still own the Axie that the player has. Remember that. That's key for later. But so now you have 10, you're managing 10 scholars to play for you at 30% each. That's an additional 3 people you have playing for you, with you earning 100% of the returns. Okay? Every 10 is 3 people for you at 30%. That's 300%, right? So we could go there. Multi-level management with Axie right here. And so now, right, you're making 30%. They're playing, even with the bottom dollar Axie, they can earn 150 to 200 small love potions a day. All right, let's say you cash out 25 cents. Let's keep it simple. Even though the price has been bouncing between 25 and 40 cents lately, it has also dropped all the way down to between 8 and 12 cents in the past month. So it can fluctuate. It will fluctuate quite a bit. Even though I don't see it falling down that low ever again because of how much hype it's already gained, anything's possible. So now, like I was saying, you have them playing. Let's do the math. If they're at their weakest, they're earning 150 a day, right? 150 a day times 30 days in the month, right? And we said there was 3 of them times 3. That's 13,500 small love potions a month that you're earning by managing these 10 Axie players. And all they have to be doing is play the game an hour or two a day, a couple hours a day. And they earn 70% of whatever they make. And they don't have to pay to get into this game, you guys. It costs right now literally, like 0.6 Axie to get into the game. Okay? So you're going to spend well over $1,000 to get into this game, to even play it, right? So instead of spending the money, you could get onto one of these scholarship programs and get in on that way until you can save up enough money to get in on yourself. But so now you have 10 scholars and you're earning 13,500 SLP a month. Let's times that. Let's say you get out when they're 25 cents. That is $3,375 worth of small love potions a month that you've turned into Ethereum. Okay? So you can turn that into Ethereum and cash it into real cash right away, turn it into fiat right away, or you can turn it into Ethereum. And if Ethereum's low like it is now, you just wait for it to go back up to about 2,500 or more, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you can cash out later. And now that $3,375 just turned into $4,000, just like that. Okay, but let's say all of them are grinding super hard, making 200 small love potions a day, and you times that by 30, that's 6,000. Times that by 3, we're at 18,000. Times that by 25 cents, we're at $4,500 a month. $4,500 a month, you guys. And all you are managing people playing this game. That is it. And that's 10 people. I already have a line of probably 20 people waiting to play this game under me, just from Twitch alone. And so there are stipulations to managing these Axie players that you got to be careful with and that you got to understand before jumping in. But that's for a later talk. Just doing the math, you guys. $4,500 a month. Who here makes $4,500 a month? No problem. Literally, to manage these people. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely thinking about being a manager, because if you get 10 of them, that's literally, you're not working every day. You're just talking to these people you could just have them in a group chat, just being like, hey, how's your guys' day going? Are you guys playing the game? Cool, you're playing the game. That's it. Now, no, Lucas, the server problem's not gonna kill the game. There's too many people making way too much money on this game for the server problem to kill it. They do have to fix it soon. Otherwise, it's going to keep going. The market will keep going down. But I don't believe the game is dead. There's way too much money. There's way too many people making too much money. Yeah, and then so once the servers are fixed, which they will get fixed, because the Axie team is making just as much money as everybody else, if not way more, So you gotta think they're trying to fix this in a heartbeat. They're trying to get this working again so they can expand. They were supposed to be released in the next season. They can't release the next season with the servers being down. They were talking about doing all sorts of upgrades up and coming, and they can't do any of that because the servers are down. So they're in a heartbeat. Nice. I literally cashed out 2,800 SLP at 36 cents as well. It was a 35.9, and then another 1,100 SLP at 30 cents before it crashed to 25. And so right there was 0.8 Ethereum, I think, is what I got out of it. But I also used the initial investment. I think YB, I think you were there for that. I used the initial investment to buy an Axie that literally sold that night for a 0.2 profit. So I literally made 1 Ethereum in my eyes off of SLP. Yeah, that's what I was just telling everybody. A decent starter team is definitely about point 0.7, maybe even a little bit more Ethereum. You're right. It's crazy. Um, I, yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it. I gotta stay on it. I love the fact that it just blows my mind, you guys. Like, I am mind boggled that I sit here playing a game, even if I'm in the marketplace. It's a game. That's all this is. It's a game. And I literally made 4 Ethereum playing this game. 4 Ethereum. Like, that's 8 grand playing a game. Even if you say it was, I spent my whole 2 months doing the work to get that money. It don't matter. It's 8 grand playing a game. That's 4 grand a month. Who makes 4 grand a month playing a game? Like, I'm just saying, like, it just, I am mind boggled by it. And YB has witnessed it. He has been here for it. He's seen me go up this last week alone. I've gained massive gains. And so I know the market so well at this point because I'm on it every day. Every day. The first thing I do when I wake up, walk over to my computer, I mine, and so I unfresh the screen, and I look, and I refresh the freaking Axies, and right there, boom, I see if I sold any or see if I didn't. And from there, I'll go get a little bit to drink, and I'll come back, and I'll sit down and see if I have to adjust the prices of any, or if I should just wait it out. And that's my morning, every single morning. And then Tuesday through Friday, I do this Axie stream where I teach people about Axie and show what I do. I'm not greedy. I'm trying to teach you guys. This is what I do. You all can do it too. And Lucas, to hit on your point earlier, we can go into the marketplace right here, right? And if you watch every once in a while, there's a couple of sites. One, there's Chill Axie right here. I got told about. YB might have. YB I think might have gave this site. Somebody gave this site yesterday. But this Chill Axie, you refresh and you see what's recently posted. So look, 0.192. You can sometimes find good deals on here, and when you're in the dashboard, you can sometimes see good deals come across here. And then when you're in the marketplace, right here earlier today, I seen literally this whole front page here was 0.15 to 0.17 and 0.18 Axies. Not eggs, but Axies. And they all sold up within half an hour. Literally within half an hour, they were all gone. These are the only two left because they're glitched out. And now all the eggs are on this first page. So these are the 3 ways to like look for good deals. And you can find them. I'm telling you, I find them every day. I find a good deal. YB can attest to it. He can attest. Lucas, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Soy, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here. Lucas, thanks for being a part of the chat. I appreciate everybody being in here. I appreciate all the support. I love everyone in here being a part of the community. It's really awesome. Ramir, can I be on the wait list if you ever become a manager? I can increase my honey. Ramir, I have you. You live in the U.S., right? And you're not scholarship under anybody else, right? Because that's the only thing I gotta say is if you go to scholarship under somebody else and you're a scholarship under me or 2 different people, you can cause them to get banned because you're using two different accounts are being used under your house. But I think it's actually 3 accounts is what gets you banned, because you can technically have you and your girlfriend under the same house playing the game. So there is different stipulations. I think it's over 2 you'll get banned, or not you, because you're the scholar. The manager will get banned, not you. So that's one thing to take in consideration when hiring out scholars, you guys. And YB, I'm so glad that you've done it, YB. I'm so glad, because that's like frosting and cherry on top of my cake. Like, it makes me feel so good that somebody's actually came into my stream and has been able to make money by flipping Axie. Like, and I'm not a financial advisor at all, you guys. He did it on his own free will, everything. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I can't even really care on what you do. Like, it's not it's not anything I'm even allowed to care about. But so this is not financial advice in any way. This is just me explaining to you how I have made literally $8,000 in 2 months playing a video game, and where I intend to go from here is to playing other play to earn games. You know, we got my DeFi pet. We're gonna look into a couple others, but right now Axie will make you the most money out of all of them. But like I said earlier, it's smart to get into these right now because they're cheaper. You know, they're cheaper and they're just beginning. And in a couple of years, they could be where Axie is right now, and you could have got a DeFi pet literally worth 100 Ethereum, and you could be that person selling a DeFi pet for 100 Ethereum. You live in the Philippines. The Philippines worries me because I've heard a lot of people on the Discord. I was hearing people get pretty upset about people in the Philippines using more than one manager, and so managers were getting banned because of that issue. But we can work something out quite potentially. I gotta get my family through it first, and then I'll be definitely. I want to give them out on the stream somehow. And you've been here one of the longest for sure, Ramir. So as long as you keep coming back, you're gonna be at the top of the list, 100%. 100%. I was here before I bought an Axie. Loopy? Oh yeah, Loopy, you were, weren't you? You were, because I remember we were going over what team you were debating on getting. And whether or not you should jump in or not. I remember. Alright, so my DeFi pet, we already talked about that. What's anybody else here have any other good games? Oh, let's go over Network real quick. I know some of you last night, you were already in here. You already seen, but we got a bunch of new viewers in here. So first let's go over this, then let's go over Network. This, Alluvium, is kind of like Axie, I'm thinking, you guys. So let's look at this. Nice. So Loopy and YB both are like testimonials, you guys. To anybody that's in here watching this, listening, if you're watching this, later on, you're not in here live, then you hear it right here firsthand. These two can attest to what we've done in here is making money. Okay, so let me pause the mic and turn this up for you guys real quick. Let's go YouTube, see if they have any gameplay. Oh, that was cool. Yeah, see right here, you can see a little bit of it. It's 3 versus 3, or well, they look like they got 2. So I'm not sure how it works exactly, but as far as I know, it's not out yet. Third, but never got an email. So, let's try YouTube. Open world? Well, we might have to watch this. See what Panda Pop says. I've watched her a little bit. She's a cool streamer on YouTube that does blockchain gaming. Yeah, Ethermon is one that's kind of up and coming.
Welcome to On-Chain Gaming. If you're new, super glad you're... Welcome to Illuvium, an open-world RPG adventure game built on the Ethereum. Challenge to be abilities. Capture them, trading in permanent strength in combat. Some of these can include attack damage, attack speed, and savagery. Alluvials get stronger with victory, can be enhanced with in-game items, and can be upgraded into special ascended forms, which benefit from 2 affinities at once. Each alluvial is represented by a unique non-fungible token, NFT, and can be freely traded on external exchange platforms and the gas-free Alluvidex. Alluvials can be fused into more powerful forms and come in normal, holographic, and the extremely rare dark holographic variants. Illuvium will feature a variety of revenue streams, mostly derived from in-game purchases of items, crafting components, cosmetics, and shard curing. 100% of this revenue is distributed as rewards to those staking the ILV tokens through the ILV buyback system. So as you can see, guys, this game looks really cool. It's very interesting, and I absolutely love the player ownership aspect of it. Obviously, my entire channel is dedicated to on-chain gaming just because player ownership, turning game economies into real economies, is just going to be a massive game changer. And once gamers realize how much more value they have, how many more real rights and how much more ownership they have in blockchain games, no one is going to want to go back to off-chain games again. No one's going to want to go back to a game where when they play it, it provides absolutely no value for them. No one wants to go back to a game where the assets that you earn in that game are not worth anything outside of that game. With Illuvium, all of set up in a very similar way to how teamfight tactics work, which, if you don't know, essentially means that you have these going to be able to use. So depending on how strong your alluvials are will depend on how strong your army is that's then battling against other players or other creatures. And if it's anything like teamfight tactics, your alluvials are going to be smart. They're going to have some amount of intelligence, and they're going to be able to fight and use their abilities and attack the opponent with the full amount of their strength on their own, which is just super dope. So a lot of the game mechanics are going to be playing with different team types and trying to figure out what is the strongest team of alluvials that I can play through this game with. And that, though, is just going to be one aspect of the game. Because then on the other side, this is going to be a role-playing game and an adventure game. And I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be like, but from what the developers have said, it sounds like you're going to be able to adventure through the world. And actually, just by playing the game, you're going to be able to capture alluvials on your own, which to me sounds like an incredible way to play to earn, because it's kind of like Lost Relics, where you're going through these dungeons and trying to find rare NFTs through item drops, except it's even cooler in my mind because you're going through these adventures and trying to capture alluvials as your NFT item drops, you will be able to add value to the alluvials you own by winning battles with them and upgrading them and making them even stronger. So I'm really curious to see how that aspect of the game is going to change the value of your NFT over time, or if it's going to be a little bit like Axie Infinity, where all of the upgrading, all of the leveling up of Axies that you do gets reset when you sell your Axie on the marketplace. So with Axie Infinity, the value of your Axie is completely based on its base stats, its base rarity. Another way in which this game is different than Axie Infinity is that the 100 plus alluvials that are going to exist are going to be completely unique. Whereas with Axie Infinity, you have a bunch of different body parts, and your Axie is going to be a kind of mix between all of these other body parts. Each of the body parts your Axie has exist on other body parts as well. Whereas with alluvials, all 100 alluvials are going to be completely unique. Now that said, a lot of people are going to own that same unique alluvial that you own, because if there's only, for example, 100 or 200 and there's 200,000 players, well, then there might be thousands and thousands and thousands of players that have that same unique alluvial as you. Whereas with Axie Infinity, there is a lot less overlap because there's just so many different varieties of body parts and possible cards. So there's a lot more uniqueness, and even some of the very top teams that are similar to each other still have slight variance in how the Axies look and what cards the Axies actually have available to them based on their body parts. We have a lot more to learn about this game, but it's very, very easy to get super excited about it. Obviously, this video is...
I mean, the game looks cool. It could get big. It's early on, so it definitely looks like Ethermon. We were bringing that up. Crystal, congratulations. We were bringing Ethermon up because this game, Alluvium, kind of looks like it. Yeah, it's really nothing too new. Ethermon is pretty much just that, except for built on Decentraland. So we look here, this is my Ethermon. I got in early when they were giving them away for free. And so I got these three as my original 3 for free. Then these Matic ones were given for free. And they like glitched out when they were giving them to me, so I was able to get like a bunch of them. I don't know how that happened, but I got them. And then I got these 3 by doing the arena the battle arena I haven't been doing forever now. I don't know if you've seen this, Corey, but they have new ladders now, but I haven't been doing it. Yeah, I mean, that's where Mirandus is gonna be big, you know? That's where Ember Sword could potentially be big. That's where, you know, what was that other one you were showing me that kind of looked like the Grand Theft Auto one? I feel like that's why that one's gonna get big. I feel like Network, Animal Crossing. That was that one you showed me, Alice Neighborhood Alice. My Neighbor Alice. This one I just seen a news article about not too long ago. This is supposed to be it, Animal Crossing, right? Yeah, I mean, I quit playing Ethermon too, but it just doesn't, it's cool that I got in and have all the beginning ones, because now in, you know, 5, 6, 7 years, when if Ethermon does take off, you know, people are running around catching these little Ethermon, these are all first generation, you know? So I'm gonna have 20 first generation sitting here for, you know, 5 years from now. I'm gonna log in and these could potentially be worth, you know, $1,000 each, you know? It's very possible. They could be worth $5,000 each. They could be worth $50,000 each in 5 years. you know? And so that's where it's like, these are all first generations. Eventually they're going to move away from first generation and they're going to move to second, then to third, then to fourth. So whoever has these original 222, the rare ones, you know, I'm sure these won't get up to like 50 grand because they're, most of these Matic ones are given out, you know, for free. But it was all like a matter of not very much work to gain all those for free, and we'll see what happens with it, you know. Axie takes up time, but it definitely does not take up my whole day. So I do have some free time throughout the day to be on board with more than just Axie. But that's the winners list to my neighbor Alice. Ghost, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you being in here. Feel free to join the chat, sit back, relax. Just enjoy the stream. Try and farm and build our game. Yeah, MMORPG is the future of blockchain for sure. I agree with that. But also virtual reality, I think, is in there. Maybe not in the soon future, but a game like WoW or like Diablo, like I was saying earlier, yeah, when those get released, you're gonna see a whole new change. I quest and do PvP. 40 energy is a lot. Yeah, you are at 40 energy. I'm only at 20. And so I can get through it pretty quick. And I just do the arena. I don't do the adventure because I flip them so much on there. But you also are breeding. I'm not breeding, you know. So when you're into everything, when you start getting into Axie a little bit heavy, then yeah, Axie is a one person. It's definitely like a 1 gig per person type of thing. Is it worth it to start Axie right now? I believe it is. I believe if you're going to get in, you got to get in on a solid deal. Like, you got to be looking for a good buy. I wouldn't just get in by buying anything. I would do some research, get in on a solid buy. Yeah, I think Blizzard could do it if they just created a whole new game. Or if the only other way I think is possible is Diablo 4 is coming out. And if Diablo 3 had a live auction house with real money. Because I remember when Diablo 3 came out, I played when it first came out, and I was able to make $300, $400 from playing that game. And it cost me what, $200 for the game because I got the limited edition crap. And so now I was up $200 on the game. I doubled my investment on the game, and it was literally Diablo 3 when the live auction house worked. After about a couple of months, it got real buggy and flooded with items, and it didn't work because now everybody had every item, and it didn't really matter if you bought it or not. You could go get it from just grinding enough. With blockchain, that changes everything because there's a limited amount of those items. So if they would just create a whole new game and or make Diablo 4 a blockchain game, I think it would definitely take off. It pays more than my job, so that's the appeal. Oh, I bet. Yeah, Rockstar with GTA has the best potential. Can you guys imagine playing GTA as a blockchain game? That'd be kind of crazy. What do I mean by you need to enter solid? Yeah, I was getting into that earlier, Corey, about having a virtual reality job that you show up to every day and get paid in crypto. This is my second day in a row I've been on that hype, and I'll keep on it. But Ghost, I mean by that, what I mean by that is like buys like these, okay? So yesterday I was on the marketplace and we seen a huge influx of Dawns get posted on the market, and I was able to get this at 0.29. This is a solid Dawn at 0.29. And now if if we look, I think I already way past. Yeah, I would have to research the skills, which I can do that in a moment. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I was hoping I could go back far enough. So what's going on is, what I say by that is, because like, look, I was able to get these Axie at 0.3, 0.29. So, and if you search up these 4 skills, you can see they are worth 0.69. They are 100% worth this. And so I got in at a solid time on these deals, on these Axie, because I was able to buy them cheap, and I'm going to sell them for more, essentially. And so that's what I mean by that. If you watch the marketplace, you'll see Axie pop up from time to time that are just really good deals, like this one right here. It says it's available. So if anybody has 0.17, this might be a solid deal right now. It's a dual poison, triple poison beast. That's interesting. This one actually might be a solid deal right now. Like, if I had 0.17, I would dang near buy this right now, just to test them out, even, because it looks like an interesting go. And I'm sure it would sell though at 0.19, no problem. Even 0.18, I'm sure it would sell no problem. But either way, like, you got to just find these right Axie. Like that Axie, that beast Axie I just showed, would be good with a plant that also has poison, but also has a bug attack, so that way it can activate the dual poison from the barb strike card that it had. So these are things you got to take into consideration when buying, So that's what I mean, getting in at a solid time. If you get in a solid time, you're getting these at a good deal, and then you can play, and eventually you can sell them for more and make a profit on not only the small love potions you've gained, but on the Axie itself. And that's kind of what this stream is all about, being in the marketplace. We call it marketplace magic. That's what we call it. I'm missing out on the chat here. Let's see. Finally, Axie streamer who can speak English. Are there not a lot of Axie English speaking streamers? Alright, I gotta go and get some water, you guys. So give me 2 minutes, keep the chat live. I hope all this was making sense to you guys. Let me get this playing for you guys. This is the virtual reality blockchain experience that's coming. I believe that this could go far. It could also fall off the face of the earth and we hear nothing from it. But it could potentially go far, and I'm really interested in this project. So let's show it off real quick.
Network.
Three years ago, we began building a virtual reality universe where anyone can use their imagination to create their own virtual worlds. Today, we are thrilled to demonstrate the power of Network's VR Sandbox, where users can seamlessly create their own virtual universe. Meet other people, earn money, and so much more. All you need are Network's user-friendly VR tools and the power of your imagination. The first incredible thing about Network is the way the land is created. All locations in Network are uniquely generated by our proprietary software, meaning no mountain, river, forest, or other natural formation is similar to another one in Network, making each piece of land completely unique. Users can also redesign the land by changing the land generation settings, or easily sculpt on top of it using our user-friendly sculpting tools. After creating their land, users can, for example, drag and drop complete buildings or other items onto their land, which are sourced from Network's marketplace. In addition, designers, developers and users will be able to upload their own supported assets and instantly offer them for all in-app purchases, or trade them with other users using Network's marketplace. Network enables users to quickly test their creation by switching between creative and immersive modes. We want users to be able to create their own unique virtual place as easily as it is to open a page in current social media networks and immediately invite their friends and other visitors for different purposes, such as socializing, gaming, training, and even work. We have developed tools to help users build better, faster, and easier. With our tools, users with no technical computer skills can perform a variety of tasks, such as cloning, deleting,